Hi everyone, this is the introduction for week number 5, and we are halfway through this cohort. So I'm glad everybody made it through so far. And so in this video, I'm going to cover 3 items. One is I'm going to give you a brief recap of the Module 3 assignment. We just completed a grading on that. And second one is the new module. We're going to have a new module with new topics, sorting and algorithm design. And for this week, we're going to have one additional item, which is, of course, very important. It's the midterm. Now, please note carefully about the timeline. It's going to be on February 5th, this coming Sunday, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific time, okay? And it's going to be on the Zoom link. So first of all, a brief recap of the Module 3 assignment. And the grading has been completed and posted to Island. Both the TA, Broderick, and I did some part of the grading, and we try our best to provide our feedback to you. Why we did that certain point and so on. So please go and review them carefully. If you have any question, different opinions, feel free to reach out to me and Roderick. We'll be happy to review with you and see if, any adjustment will be needed and so on. Also very good, we at the submission rate is almost 100%. We have total 26 students now in this cohort. The latest one is MatCon, who had some difficulty enrolling in the class and finally made it through. We have 25 submissions out of total 26, which is the best week so far. Great job. Now, for the programming assignment, this is about to use both the stack and the queue data structure to determine whether an input string is a palindrome or not. And most students got this correctly, and I'm very happy to see, a majority of them got it right. However, this is for normal input string. However, there are a few special cases that most people didn't deal with, okay? For example, one special cases would be an input string, an empty input string, right? So most people will say this is a palindrome, but an empty input string cannot be considered as a palindrome, and it needs to be treated especially, indicating this is an input string. And there's some special characters that are not really part of a normal kind of a string, so on, like the semicolon and so on. And so this needs to be, treated differently. Well, in a typical exam, this is the kind of thing you may get a points deduction. And also in interview, this is the kind of thing you may get a point deduction there as well. So it is very important that when you come up with the program, it not only can deal with the normal case, the normal input string in this case, but also, in some special cases, right? Users can put in a lot of things that, you cannot anticipate, and you have to be able to deal with that. And it's a good habit to build and to always consider special cases. Unless you're told not to consider special cases, you only need to consider one particular case. That's a different story. So, and for the homework, the written assignment, mostly I've done well, except number 4. And number 4 is about using 2Q data structure to implement a stack data structure. So there's a little bit confusing in here how to use it. The solution is posted with one version of doing that, but there could be another version, and the solution basically put a majority of the work inside the push operation, and alternative could be, you deal with that in the pop and make the push simpler. So I'm going to go over that in details separately outside this video. And for the labs, the general observation is that there's still some weakness in C++ programming. And our TA, Roderick, has kindly offered a workshop to help out, to help you get more familiar with the C++ program, which he has a lot of experience about that. So I strongly recommend you to get on this workshop so that you can benefit from that, and you can also answer questions. So hopefully that will improve your C++ programming skill. And the bottom line is, it looks like you're all ready for the next challenge. Okay, the next challenge, first of all, is the week 5 module. It's a new module. In this new module, we're going to talk about several sorting algorithms. I mean, not all of them. Next week, we're going to have more. And several algorithm design techniques. So the first question, why studying sorting algorithm, right? Well, first of all, sorting has many real-life applications. We sort many things all the time. We sort our, the content list. Imagine that you have hundreds of, names in your content list that they're not sorted, and you try to find someone. Or you go to a library, you try to find a book. If the book is not sorted in certain order, how can you find a book you want to be looking for? Million things that need to be sorted, and once they're sorted, a lot of things are so easy. And it is also a classic topic for algorithm design over many years. Almost every algorithm class, they will talk about sorting algorithm for many different reasons, and one of the reasons is also that the algorithm, different type of sorting algorithms have different type of design techniques. So it's a good, really, issue to solve, and we can solve the same issue with so many different algorithms and with different techniques, and also different resulting complexity and performance. So this is really a very good subject to illustrate all of this. Okay, we're not going to just design an algorithm, one algorithm solving one problem. We're going to consider many different types of algorithms with different design techniques, and which one is better than the others, and so on. So now, what you're expected to learn, of course, is the sorting algorithm. There are 4 of them covered in this module. There will be a few more to be covered in the next module. And each one of them, not just how this algorithm works, but it illustrates a design technique, an algorithm design technique. For example, selection sort and bubble sort are used to illustrate a method called brute force. Insertion sort is an algorithm using the design technique called decrease and conquer. And merge sort is an algorithm that's based on the technique called divide and conquer. And these algorithm design technique can be applied in solving a lot of other issues, not just sorting. Right? So another thing is that you're not expected to just learn how the sorting algorithm work, but also in applying the sorting algorithm to solve your problem. For example, if you want to create a product category and to make it easy for people to search, then you probably want to sort them first, and then we'll make the search easier. Sorting is a very powerful tool also to solve a lot of the real problems. Okay, so that's the highlight for the new module. Now, the midterm, again, be very careful about the midterm schedule. It's February 5th, this coming Sunday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific time, over my office Zoom link, okay? The Zoom link posted on Island, okay? And the scope of the exam will include up to Module 4. The Module 4 is the one that is still ongoing. It's closing out on Tuesday. And it's about complexity analysis. So it's up to Module 4. So which means the Module 5 is not going to be included in the midterm, but I strongly, strongly encourage you to start working on Module 5 so as soon as possible, because after the midterm on Sunday, right, the Module 5 assignment will be due on Tuesday, just only 2 days after that. You may not have enough time to go over all the materials and do the assignment. So you do want to work on the Module 5 immediately, and also set up some time maybe later in the week, like Friday or Saturday, to focus more on the midterm preparation. So the midterm will have two parts. One is the written question, just a set of written questions, and the other is a few programs you're expected to write in C++. And total is 2 hours, okay? So each part is designed to be about 1 hour in length, but I'm not going to set up a boundary of 1 hour for a written question, 1 hour for coding. You can mix and match. You can start with this coding first and the written question later. If you spend more time on the written question, you may have less time on the coding, vice versa. So you should manage your time. In general, my advice to the exam is you always start with what you think the simplest first. If you are very good at C++ coding, then you might want to start the coding first. And if you're very good at answering the written questions, you may want to start with that and finish up and leave more time for the C++ coding and so on. That's my general advice. And the requirements for the midterms are quite simple, straightforward. You need to do all the written question and C++ coding independently. You cannot get help from anybody else, okay? And you're required to turn on the video. It's going to be on the Zoom, so I can see you. And other than that, you are free to consult with any book, notes you have, or some the internet that you want to go to. Okay, you can be allowed to do that. So now to help you prepare for the midterm, the TA Roderick set up this C++ workshop that should be very helpful for the coding part. Okay. And also this Thursday, my office hour is at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to, spend some time during that office hour to give a review for the midterm. And it is also a great opportunity for you to ask any questions you may have for the midterm. So I strongly, strongly encourage you to get on this office hour on Thursday. Now, of course, both me and TA Roderick are always here to help you whenever you have any question or need any help. Just feel free to reach out to us, okay? So with that, enjoy the week. Thank you very much.